to Cartman Crawford and the Jersey Guy podcast. How are you gentlemen doing today?
All right.
Doing all right,
You fine
all right.
gentlemen.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Stop
you know.
it. Welcome, everybody, to the Cartman Crawford and Jersey Guy podcast. Let's talk to the camera.
What do I
Jersey
say?
guy.
Let's talk to them.
I was talking to them.
I just made you look, though. Just,
So
You like that,
what?
right?
We were just bullshitting before.
Yeah. So
Right? And
this
we were
is gonna
talking
be
about
our
AI,
Yes.
and we were just like,
conversation.
Let's just
You
do
know what? We're
on
just
it.
gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
go off the cuff today. You know, that's what we're gonna call an off the cuff episode. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, sometimes I feel like sometimes when we're doing our podcast, right? We talk a lot before the podcast,
Right.
and we
And I
have
feel-
some like really fun, interesting conversations,
Right.
and then we get recorded. So we figured, you know, maybe today we'll just go off the cuff.
Yes, because we are geniuses in our own mind.
Well, okay.
Well, I know I'm a genius in my mind. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So we started talking about AI. So you were saying,
Yeah, so they're starting to integrate AI into everything as we've been talking
Right.
about. But one of the things I think I'm going to enjoy is we have all the Echoes in the house. You got the Echo here.
Mhm.
So the Amazon Echo, the Alexa devices,
Yes.
and so soon they are going to be integrating that into their
On AI.
own AI. Yeah. So,
well, how? Oh, we've been on. I'm sorry, my bad.
it's going to be an update,
Right.
and it's just going to be through the software, so
So
it's
like a chat GPT.
So instead of,
yeah.
but it'll be AI though.
So, but it'll be better because there won't be any like confusion. Like it'll know what you're talking about.
Right. It'll
Even if
talk to
you're
you like
using-
AI does.
Yeah, like if
If
everybody we have our own ways of saying things and
Right.
stuff like that. You can just talk more naturally instead of being like,
Well,
Alexa, please add so and so to the shop, because we use it for a shopping list. That's one of the things
Oh.
we use. That's like one of the best features that we use for Alexa is like whenever we use it for a shopping list. So like
Oh,
we
wow.
just say,
Okay.
Alexa, add so and so to the shopping list, and it'll add it. Every time we're out of something, we shout it out. Oh, Alexa, add so and so to the shopping list, and then we go food shopping,
It's on your phone.
and we share all an Alexa account. So
There you go.
I can go food shopping, Tara can go food shopping, and it's always with us.
Right.
Huh.
Nice.
That's great.
That's the way to do it.
That is great. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm scared of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
But
literally. Not
You want to be a
literally scared.
freaking
like,
robot,
But
but you're scared of that stuff.
Well, I'm saying only because, like, so here's my
Yeah.
thing, all right? So because you're going to be a wise guy and bring up my cyborg stuff. But so now here's my shit. Ready?
Yeah.
It's me being a cyborg. It's not me
You don't think-
being the AI.
How do you know you won't be integrated into something?
Well, I know I would be.
So
But
maybe
it's-
it's going to be
right.
some type of AI.
You know what? It's because it's all that Terminator stuff. You know what I mean? That
Yeah,
they're
I
doing
know.
everything. It's the iRobot. It's not
To
me
me-
just being a cyborg and,
Uh-huh.
me just being a
iRobot.
cyborg.
To
It's-
me-
Wasn't a bad movie.
that
Yeah.
I'm not worried about, because I don't think that'll ever happen. What I do worry about is nefarious and, people who are, what's the word I'm looking for?
hacking? Like
Not-
hacking
No,
your
just
AI?
like
Not
like
honest?
evil people, using AI for evil purposes or to
Well,
exploit people.
to get
But
over.
they're already doing
know,
that, bro.
That's
do that
where
already.
I think that's
They're
where
doing it already.
That's the thing I worry about.
But it's
And-
already there.
But, or people who are like evil doing like things like now. I just watched the whole video. They used the cartel was using for human trafficking.
Yeah.
they were using people were having this girl was having an AI conversation with someone, and it was just a cartel luring them, and they were going to human traffic them. This girl was missing, and she called the police, and they shut down all the borders, and finally they found the girl at the border.
Mhm.
If she didn't, but they used AI to entrap her. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's fucked up. So
Well, that's
not
the
cool.
whole thing, bro.
so
But
that's
why,
where I think AI is the issue.
Yeah.
But
Well, of
I'm
course,
not worried
we-
about AI
listen,
becoming self. Yeah,
We talked about this.
self-aware.
and that's why. Did you change did you change the voice on your Alexa?
If I could do it to Arnold, I would.
Why can't you?
I don't. That's not available yet, but maybe with the AI they'll be able to.
Because you could do I don't.
you
You can't do it on
him
anymore.
They would have to give him.
But so on
royalties.
my
they would
app,
have to do a deal. Yeah.
on my GPS
I'd like
app,
to do
I use
Scotty on mine if
Yeah.
I
See, that's
could.
what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, see, so on my GPS, I use Waze, and on Waze you could put Arnold as the make a left.
Listen,
stop.
we
making
had a
chopper.
podcast on
Get to the
AI.
chopper.
And we talked about AI in different
Yeah.
podcasts as well.
Right.
And we talked about how, when we first talked about it, how we were worried about where it was going to go.
Yeah.
Then.
And look where it is.
And it's there where we thought it was going. And it's doing both good and, unfortunately,
look at
it's doing bad.
Look at what they do on listen,
you got to just
be
be aware and just be smart about something. Second guess.
Fair enough. Right.
Second guess.
But you could, it's look and pay
I know.
attention. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like my
Something's
most
gotta be
favorite
off.
shit on there, on social media are the Bigfoot fucking funnies. I love the Bigfoot funnies on social media, and it's all, it's all AI. But I'm saying, but then they have the other ones where it's people talking, so like they have the old lady and it's in Spanish. I fucking love them. They're hilarious. It's like, hey, ma'am, miss, what's the one thing that you want to pass on to the younger, generation of women? It's like, and then she would turn around and say some dirty stuff like, men, like with men, just married the first time. Well, I'm going to be the nice one now, but, say the first time you get married, do it for money. The second time you get married, do it for love. What's something I should know about men is like, never let them put it in your ass. Like, that's the AI stuff that they're doing. Like I said, it's all the jokes. It's all the funny. And when you first look at it and you're just listening to what they're saying, you don't pay no mind right away that it's AI.
Yeah.
But you pick it up, though.
Exactly. So AI is in
problem
anything
is
and
when it gets to the point where it's going to be hard
to tell the difference.
the difference.
We're going to get there, because it is like this close.
Yeah.
Because even like the AI videos now that they have, like you saw that one, the Stormtrooper vlogs or whatever, where it's like,
those are funny.
You can always kind of, the audio sounds like it's not crisp enough. It sounds like it's coming through. Like, I'm telling you, it's going to get to it. It's so close right now.
Well, see,
I can tell.
Don't they do that on purpose?
With
the Star Wars one?
That's what I was going to say.
Because I can tell.
They do it on purpose because they're outside on walkie-talkie.
So now look, right? So now
you're right. Maybe
you're saying that
it
is.
Yeah.
Because there's already music that's coming out that's AI.
Okay. So if that's the case, that means people who have access to AI software might be using it.
Yes.
Look,
we
might be fooled right now. Maybe we don't even know. Maybe there's like accounts out there of people who are talking, and like maybe it's completely AI. I know it sounds conspiracy.
No. You're
know
right.
what I mean?
Because so dig it. When the AI thing first started getting
we
crazy,
don't know.
But that's what the AI thing was getting crazy, bro. Because there was a guy who turned around and used AI to make a new Biggie song.
What's if we're AI?
No, we're not AI. We're not AI. We're way too fucking off our rockers to be AI. But there was one that this guy had taken Tupac. He did Biggie.
I've seen a bunch of stuff. They did one with Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
I saw it, and it was crazy.
That's not what they can
Basically,
say.
he was saying he was apologized. He was sitting there talking as if he was having a conversation with, and then at the end, he said, "I'm not going away."
Oh, snap. See?
He said someone's name, said he wasn't going away. I don't want to say the name on our podcast.
Yeah.
That person's name.
Yeah.
I'm not going away.
Well,
and I was like, that is the best AI. even though it was AI,
right?
The way they did it and how they approached it was like,
yeah,
it's pretty fucked up,
dude. I'm telling you, man. Listen, I'll.
But I'm saying they can take someone who's not alive anymore, and use it,
right? And that's
that's getting better and better, because originally it was like you needed like 5 minutes of audio. Now they need less and less and less.
Yeah,
right. But again, nefarious people. They're using that we talked about this.
Yeah, right.
Way back, like probably like the first season when we were first talking about AI and people using that. And I said, this is going to happen. And this is what's happening.
Yeah.
They're voice grabbing people, which voice grabbing is when you use AI to get someone's voice, and then you can use them to say anything and sound like a real person.
Because you only need keywords.
And then you can scam people.
Right.
Like I call you and go, Lou, it's Tom. I'm in a lot of trouble. I need some. Can you just lend me a couple bucks?
So we all need a safe word.
Send me some money. Yeah, you got to have a safe word.
Pineapples.
Just like
we only know it.
Used to do with the
I'd be like, all right,
child predators.
What's the safe word?
When you were in the 80s.
Tom,
what's your safe word? Spaghetti. It's always
you are my
spaghetti.
friend and I love you, but what's the safe word?
Pineapples.
Oklahoma.
That's what I was saying.
Oklahoma.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah, that's the other thing
we turned it on.
Dude, we talk so much shit before we even start doing this. It's fucking funny. Because then the movie was something about Mary, wasn't it? It was something about Mary. That the one kid in there with Matt Dillon.
You were talking about that, and I was talking about
teeth.
Yeah, you were talking about
he got the new teeth and everything.
Yeah. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's a diss to Joey at work says. Oklahoma. And then he said Jackass. I forgot about him doing that in the
my son
Jackass
loved
movie.
Robert loved Jackass. Yeah,
it was great.
I used to give him shit about it because he was young. Like, but whatever.
Did you see Bad
You know what's
Grandpa?
funny though? Now, like the channels like Chase watches on like YouTube,
Right.
they're like Jackass for kids. Like he watches like a channel called Unspeakable.
Okay.
And it's like a bunch of like they're younger kids. The younger guys. They're like in their 20s, I guess. But like they do like Jackass type stuff, but like not. But it's like PG-13,
right.
Or PG,
right.
they're not doing any like weird shit in their underwear,
right.
Turning somebody over in a porta potty,
dude. That's fucking great.
Or a beer enema.
Yeah. Or the Hot Wheels in his ass in Mexico.
Like
Hot
they're
Wheels.
just
What
doing
do you mean?
Yeah,
destructive. Like they have like a house and they like filled the whole house with ball crawls.
Yeah, that was
like
wait. Oh, that was Bam Margera's house that they did that with his parents.
Did that. Well, they did
was
that
his.
Too. And this one they did at the Unspeakable channel. They did a whole where they filled the whole house with trampolines.
Oh my god!
They hold the whole
bro.
house with packing peanuts.
See,
they have a lake in the back of their house, like a miniature pond.
Bro.
They put trampolines in.
They have like a mansion.
Yeah,
they have like a fucking
but they're insta famous
because they're like one of the top 10 channels.
Yeah, so they make money all day.
So
God.
so it's funny is they get all this money and then they dump it back into the channel and make these ridiculous. They bought this giant house that they don't even live in the house. They just use it for all their stunts. It looks like they live in the house. I know they don't live in that.
Yeah,
with the shit that they do, with the
shit that they do, they can't fucking live in it, bro. Like I said, but Bam Margera, they turned around and he had bought this crazy like castle mansion.
Yeah. I remember that.
He turned around. His parents were living with him.
Band him. He had the him logo.
Right,
with that pentagram with the heart in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
This motherfucker turned around and he filled it up with foam. So his parents were like, was it his parents in the rooms or they had come home or some shit? And they had walked into the whole house was like a foam party, like at a fucking rave.
Oh my God.
All foam in there. They were playing tricks on each other, these guys, and they turned around and took a fucking Lamborghini and he made it into he chopped the top off. They chopped it off on his car. Yeah.
Oh no, they did that. So what's his name? No,
it was
who
Tony
sings
Hawk.
White Wedding? What's his name?
Oh,
Billy Idol.
Billy Idol.
Yeah, Billy Idol.
Yes,
Billy Idol.
that's what it was.
He was just on. He was in Europe.
Billy Idol was like, you know what this thing needs? He goes, it needs a sunroof.
Yes. And he cut
Bam Margera just takes a saw to
the top of fucking Bam's Lamborghini. And it wasn't even a sunroof. It was an official Lamborghini, bro. Yo,
it was a Gallardo, I think.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah, the Lamborghini Gallardo.
Fucking sick. It was like a purple metallic paint.
Gosh.
Bro, these guys did some crazy shit, man. Yeah. And then what's his name got out of it? Oh, shit. Nitro Circus. I can't think of his name right now. Amazing driver. This guy is freaking... I love this guy.
Wait a minute. Did you see the video I sent to you guys about the motorcycle?
Yes, the one with the tube in it.
The tube, it's...
Yes.
Now,
bro,
I remember.
This thing moves fast.
Yeah.
And they said that the front wheel won't come up.
Right.
No, usually like it does on a very fast motorcycle. It seems that's the issue.
That's what it is. That's an issue.
Right. But with this, it doesn't.
So it stays grounded.
And it's like aerodynamic. The thing is booking.
You know, it's funny because I remember when I was in school, the science teacher I had said, he's like, we did this science experiment the science teacher had us do. And like he's like, I want you to take an object that you can throw and make it aerodynamic enough where it, who's going to get the furthest? You want me to throw it? And he's just going to do a single throw. He's not going to, he said he's not going to be biased. He's just going to do a single throw, same.
Okay.
He said, and just to mind you, he said the record for the longest thing thrown that way is like, I forget how far it was. And afterwards he revealed it was like a tube, that whatever the longest thing ever thrown from a single throw is like it's like a tube shape because it's aerodynamic and the wind cuts through it. Like you said, so that makes sense. So this motorcycle has a hollow portion where it's
that makes sense. Yeah, and I didn't think about it.
And it only has 128 horsepower.
Yeah, and it's freaking.
But because it's so aerodynamic, it doesn't need a giant engine.
Yeah.
Now, can
it's
you
electric,
imagine?
I think, right? Isn't it electric?
Now, can you imagine the world's fastest motorcycle if they redesigned it to do that? It would be like 500
so right
miles
now, if I remember correctly,
it's
the Kawasaki. It's the Kawasaki H2. Yeah, the Kawasaki H2 is right now the fastest street bike that you can.
I think this bike is going to blow them motherfuckers away.
So that Kawasaki. Now I'm not talking about what they take to the Saltland Flats to try them out there that is all tweaked out. This one you buy it off. You buy it at the Kawasaki dealership,
right?
And this thing is one of the fastest bikes right now on the planet. And this thing has the wing on the side,
right?
Like the mirrors are shaped, so that this way they will keep the downforce on the front wheel so that you won't do a wheelie, but there's still crazy torque.
With this.
And this thing is doing like 230 miles an hour right off the showroom floor.
Really?
That's nice.
Yes, I would love to have one, bro. These things are like 55, 60 grand. No, it's not.
Anyway, with this bike.
Go ahead.
This bike.
With this bike.
It cuts that out.
Right.
It pushes the front end down.
Right.
Because it's aerodynamic and the thing is just.
Right. So
I think it's twice the speed, isn't it?
Right. So then what we're saying, guys, is that.
Can you imagine that?
It's the wheels and there's a void. So the motor is sitting lower. There's a hole in between.
The gas tank usually goes.
The length of the motorcycle.
And it's also electric.
And it's electric.
It goes in between where basically your crotch is.
Yeah, right. So then you're sitting on.
That's amazing.
I
saw that. I was like, I got to send this to you guys. That thing is crazy.
And it explains in the video, right? Because at anything over 50 miles an hour, your biggest problem isn't speed of the power of the engine; it's the wind you're fighting.
Right.
So you cut out. I think it's what it says, 70%.
I think it was.
Wind resistance.
I think you're right.
Yep. And you're literally you're part of the bike. So once you tuck down, so any bikers,
you're flying, bro.
When you tuck down and you get behind it, your
do you have music playing when you do that?
Yes.
You have music in there?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know anybody right now personally that doesn't have some kind of music playing
while they're riding.
While they're riding. Yeah.
Well, I would.
Yeah. No, bro. Listen.
You know what's weird though? When people have the external speaker, like that's weird. When people pull up and it's like, I'm like, holy shit.
Well, those are more cruisers. Those are cruisers, though.
Those
right?
are the cruisers, on that kind of thing. But even them, it's still music playing, and it becomes a showpiece.
It's only a problem, I guess, when you're at a stoplight. If you're on the highway, you know what I mean?
But you can still hear it when you're on the highway. But it's a showpiece. Like it's one of those things of like when you soup up your car and you put the crazy rims or you put the big system, so that then that's what it is. Right. So that then that's what it is on the bike now with the baggers. The bike is called a bagger.
That was like the coolest. I remember when in the 90s, when I was late 90s, my first car, I was like, that's something I had to get right away. For my truck.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking great. Now they come with
such a dork I was. I had my grandfather's car.
Yeah.
Me down.
Dude. What kind of car?
What kind of car was it?
What kind of car was it?
1988 Pontiac Grand Am.
Bro.
It's like basically a Chevy Celebrity.
It's a shitty ass whip. I know that car. I hated that car.
I had the subwoofer and that shit. I was rocking that
shit. That car is so fugly. Yo, dude, that is the funny. And then you just put the.
That was those cars in the 80s when they just shrunk the size of them.
Yep.
But 80s was that was, that's the thing we should talk about is the stigma about American cars.
Right.
They were big.
Is that they're shitty.
Yes.
Because in the 80s, they started making these cars that were built like shit on purpose. You know what I mean? They were built they're just cheap and smaller and they had problems.
Yeah. I guess.
And then and then you had these
that's when Honda and all that stuff
were
came
making cars that were beasts.
Yeah.
Think about how many 1992 Camrys are probably still on the road today.
Yeah.
That thing is a beast.
Yeah.
And they were the American car companies in the 80s were making cars that after 10 years they were just
falling apart.
Fell the fuck apart.
Yeah.
Or less than that, you know?
Yeah.
Just
but that was just, it was any American made vehicle at the time is what the I guess to say what the consensus was.
Shrunk the size.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
You had the Hondas, you had the Nissans, you had the Toyotas, and those things, like you said, they're still you could find a few of them still driving around and whatnot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insane.
Every once in a while, you'd see a crazy old car.
Yeah.
Nice Lincoln, an Oldsmobile.
Dude, bro.
Yeah.
Cadillac.
Yes, I saw a Lincoln the other day. I was like, oh,
you know?
I love that. Matter of fact, I was showing a movie.
I grew up with those cars. I love those cars.
Yeah. What did you? I texted you.
What did my mother had a Chevy. It was a great car. Oh man, I love this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tank.
But it was nice though.
Yeah.
Chevy Cavalier, I think it was.
Maybe.
Okay.
Could
Not
be.
sure. Maybe.
Yeah,
Think about that. Because I had a number of different cars, but she had that car was great. It was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also had a Dodge Dart.
Yeah,
Brown.
man.
It was brown with tan seats.
Yeah. See? No, my mom, we had a Datsun, a little Datsun is what we had, stick shift.
Wow.
Yeah. Little orange
You always had
Datsun.
big cars. for
Was
some
that
reason.
like no? Did they have the the three on the tree with the
No.
shifting?
It wasn't that old. It was on the floor. It was
yeah.
4 on the floor, man.
Four on the floor.
Four on the floor.
4 on the floor. Yeah. Nah, man. I
Imagine
love
how
it.
that must have been. That must have been a weird thing, though. Like when they had three on the tree. You know, when
because
when you had to stick shift on the column.
Yeah, well, because it was the same thing as doing it
What
on
the
the
hell
floor.
was that?
You just had to find the
on
spot
the column,
on the
just
column.
like certain cars, like
Yep.
the shifters, like my work van, the shifters on the column.
No, it's not. Your shit is that old, bro. I don't even.
No,
Did they
it's
even
a
make that?
Nissan. It's a Nissan.
Oh, they still got it up there on the
Yeah.
vans.
Yeah.
Are you guys really talking about that?
Well, because bro, it's one of those things. Like
Work.
that's that car shit.
Right.
They a lot of work vans.
That's
The
funny.
shifter is still on the. Yeah, it's not manual,
pay no
but
mind
it's
to that.
it's still
Automatic.
That's right. Yeah, because at work you guys got them still on the column, right?
But they do
Yeah.
have the manual. If you want on Nissans on the Nissan van.
Really?
Yeah.
You could use the manual plus and minus the automatic.
Wait, on the column?
Yeah. It's on
No
the column.
shit.
It's just a plus and minus.
Chevy
No
Caprice.
way.
Yeah.
Caprice
You know,
Classic.
Caprice. Oh my God, that's like the cop car, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
That was a cop car. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had that car. It was nice.
Dude. Those cars, I would love to be able to get one at an auction.
Oh, man.
I'm not
that'd be
gonna lie.
nice.
With the police package, I
would
that
just get the
bitch.
car. Forget it. I don't want a police car.
Oh, I want the police package.
Nah, I don't want
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Because I want to fucking those cars. Well, see, here's the thing. So it's the engine. It's what so the reasons why they call it the police package is because the engine, the suspension, all that stuff was a little bit better. You know,
supposedly
it was made to do that. Like
Right.
it sat for hours. Like you see, they say you got to be careful with those because there's more idle hours on it than miles.
because they sat in it.
Because they sat in it. So they sat on it with the AC or the heater running. So then they were at the side of the highway or side of the road. Right. So the car was running more. You know what I mean? So the engine would be more worn out because it was on just sitting. It was an actual drive.
Right.
So if you had, you find a cop car that's at, let's just say 20,000 miles, in actuality, the hours that it was on was like 100,000 miles.
Right.
If that makes any sense. So yeah, but that would be a good car to have too, a Caprice.
That was a good car. That thing rode nice.
And Impalas were groovy too.
That was a big car too. And I grew up with that in my life. Lincolns, we always had Lincoln station wagons or some kind of Ford station wagon.
Yeah.
We had a Ford van. We had a club wagon.
Well, what's your favorite car? Like your favorite car?
In life?
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite car, I don't think. I think if I would go back, I would it would definitely be the Cadillac.
Yeah.
For the one that I wanted back in the day.
Okay. You?
I don't have a favorite car. Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
well, we'll say this. We'll do like the favorite old school car.
Old school
car.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not the new ones.
You know what? I would have to say, like the old school, like
really.
I'm trying to think of the fucking.
What's the name of
the car? Oh my god!
From where? What was it on? Or was it in a movie or?
Yeah, the what do you call it? The old Dodge Chargers. Like
wow.
Wow.
Okay.
How about Dodge Darts?
The Darts, yeah.
Those were the worst cars ever.
But it's a nice looking car.
Yeah, but it still was a bad car.
No, my favorite shit, bro, I could have like to get it all reset, set up, redone or whatever,
right,
is a Lincoln. Because I love the suicide doors.
Lincoln too.
Like the 70s Lincolns.
That's cool.
With the back doors, like
LSC.
suicide doors.
Isn't that one?
Well, that's what I was trying to say before. So there was a car that was in the movie called The Car. And it was like a killer car.
I
remember that.
Yes.
And so that was a 1971.
Of course,
a 1971
right.
Lincoln Mark 7, I believe is what it was. That car is freaking amazing. I love that look.
Yeah.
I love that look. Even the convertibles, I love that. What were you going to say? I'm sorry, Tom.
No, which is the one that was like, because I didn't know it was like considered like one of the top luxury cars in the country when they had it on porn stars. It was a Lincoln Continental. Is that like
what year?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it.
Did it have suicide doors on it?
Yeah.
That's
like
the,
those
that's
were
the shit.
yeah.
Suicide doors is the shit, man.
And like those ones were like top of the
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't make those anymore.
It's so sick. Oh my God.
They don't make like super luxury American cars.
They do, but they're
Yes.
different now.
But right, it's just way different. So it depends on
They're more
what
No, I
car
mean,
you're
I'm
looking
talking
at.
like Maybach level, like an American car that makes like
Cadillac, bro.
like
Lincoln too.
Nah, bro. Yeah, Cadillac
Lincoln.
and Lincoln.
And
Yes,
Lincoln. They
Cadillac,
still do.
Lincolns.
Buick.
Yeah, they still have
Buick
those,
does.
man. Yeah,
But it's definitely has gone down.
right.
No, I
It's
think
what
not
it
the
was.
big-
I would say no, but I mean, they don't have like a like you
Oldsmobile,
can compare them to Mercedes,
Chevy.
and BMW, and that,
Right.
but I mean, they don't have like the elite class car. That's like the like that could be like, this is our American Bentley, this is our American Rolls Royce.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
get it.
they
Yeah. So
it's
the closest,
because
They get away from making
the
cars
Lincoln
now, though.
Continental from back in the day
Mhm.
was that kind of car. It
Yeah,
was a
right.
car
True enough.
that was like an elite class.
Yeah.
Like this is like, a $300,000 car,
Well,
or that was like
because-
super luxury, like a Rolls Royce.
Right.
Or a
well,
Bentley,
because
but
the American
made.
cars
Right.
stayed quote unquote affordable.
Yeah.
So as long as they stayed affordable,
Right.
we could still have that. Now here's the thing:
Yeah.
you have the Cadillacs that are, I guess we'll say, the luxury sport car,
Yeah.
as I guess what I'm going to call it.
Right.
And so bro, some of these like the XTS stuff like that.
Those are nice.
Oh my God, bro!
Those are nice.
You could throw that nifty exhaust.
Because the things ride so smooth.
Yeah, and it hauls ass, bro. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I have a 2011 Maxima, and it's a V6, and that shit is fucking pretty quick. Yo, I got behind a freaking a Cadillac STS, and I was like, "Come on, get out of the fucking way, dude!" I know, like, I saw the guy look in his side mirror, and he just like, boom, and he was gone, and I'm like, trying to catch up to this guy. I mean, he just took off so quick. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I couldn't believe
I'm not doing
that
that.
he took it that fast, Well, he just took off that fast.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like we were doing 130 down the highway. It wasn't nothing like that. But we went from 65 to 90.
Wow.
And he was just gone. And I'm like throwing him the bird, like, whatever, man, whatever. You know what I mean? And Maximas are pretty, they're fast cars.
This is a good car.
Yeah. But dude, the Cadillac, I think, would be the closest
to
what
Lincoln
you're
and
saying.
the Cadillac. I think
But
the
you ever
Lincoln
see the
is good too.
You ever
Yeah.
see that video with the Rolls Royce when they test this to show you what it's like for a Rolls Royce to drive over a speed bump at 40 miles an hour?
Yeah, and you wouldn't even feel it.
It's like
Yeah.
it ran over if you ran over like a rock in your car.
It'd be like a pebble. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
even
It
know.
didn't even move.
Yeah, it didn't even you're like whatever.
You barely
Right.
moved.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
that car is made for
a
that.
speed bump.
Yeah.
Right. Not even like a speed
A Rolls
bump.
Royce.
But see now, but the
That's
Bentleys-
like a super.
yeah. But
You know,
that's what they did with the
made
Bentleys. So
car.
the
Those
Bentleys they
cra-
have.
those cars are handmade.
Yeah.
someone fucking
You
puts
seen
them
that?
to- no factory. Like some
Dude.
dude is already
Yeah.
putting the car.
For real. Have you ever watched it?
dudes putting it together.
Dudes, yeah,
Have you ever
not
seen
just
it?
one guy.
There might
yeah.
be just one. Who knows? You never know.
Because they got how it's made, and they have a special how it's made series
Yeah.
of cars.
Yeah.
And they got Ferrari, the Bentley, Cadillac, Porsche, and you're like, whoa. Like, listen, I will say all day long,
Right.
I believe that some cars are just way overpriced. When you watch how they're made and just all the parts that are in them. Dude, with the Bentleys and the Porsches and even the Corvettes, when you see them make it and they're making
Right.
them all by hand, I'm like, dude,
They make
Yeah.
Corvettes by hand?
yeah, bro,
Really?
the
I didn't
newer
know
ones.
that.
Yeah, bro.
So they're not fucking around anymore.
No, because but then too,
They
the
look
newer
so
ones,
much different. So
yeah,
different from what
they're
they were
so
like.
super exotic right now.
Yeah.
Like they're mid-engine. So that means it's not quite in the trunk or up.
I
in
was
the
in
hood.
one once somewhere,
Mid-engine.
and they
Wow.
opened that thing up.
Yeah.
when I was in it.
Well, yeah,
it was
the
an
new
older one,
Vets-
but
the new
still, that
Vets
thing
do
was
look
like
so fast.
you were
They
pinned.
do look a lot more like.
Mhm. Yeah, they're exotic. They look
like
more like
a-
I'm gonna say McLaren maybe.
It's not
like
a
that
comfortable
kind of
ride.
I'm saying they look
Mm,
more
well,
like a sport, like the ones
Yeah.
in like the 80s.
Yeah,
90s,
mhm,
that were-
right. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
see like it was like that's that vet.
It's like a
you know.
sports
and they
car, but it
handled like
wasn't
shit.
like
Yeah,
I guess they have to they had to compete.
they have to
with
because now with
Ferrari
all
and
these other
Lamborghini.
ones, Dude, check this out. One of the fastest production cars on the market still to this day.
Right.
The Nissan Skyline. Okay. Like that's one of the fastest cars that you can buy. And it's $100,000 car.
Wow.
You know, it's funny. They didn't have one this last time when we did our leases, but they always had like one in their showroom.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you know, like a dealership gets like one or two.
Right. So what happened was
lucky,
they discontinued
there's
it.
not a lot of people.
They stopped making the certain body style.
Okay.
I think something with it that they had stopped. So don't quote me on what it was exactly. I can't remember right now because I'm having a brain fart. But they stopped making like that Skyline thing. And for those who don't know, that's the one that Paul Walker used to drive in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. And I had like Dutch.
Yeah, the whole nifty stuff and the nitrous and whatever. So it is a super fast car. All-wheel drive. Again, one of the fastest cars in production.
I think he likes to drive fast.
I love that car.
Yeah.
But so now, what it was is that...
I know.
Yeah. So then now, with all of those, you know, and like I said, with the Ferraris and the Porsches, trying to make them affordable for people and stuff like that, that's, you know, that's why Corvette was changing up how they, not the only reason.
Well, trying to compete.
A lot of these,
trying to get into competition.
With all these, because, I mean, dude, not for nothing, when you have a production car, anybody could, if you have good credit, you can go buy that $100,000 car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I know, I'm just saying.
Why would even, like, I drove in a Corvette. Crazy fast.
Yeah.
Amazing. But wasn't very comfortable.
Right.
It was like a very...
Yep.
You're like...
Right. So the Skylines, the like, Cadillacs...
Sink in there and then...
Right. Those cars are comfortable to get in. You're like, you can get into the Skyline, like I'm saying, and you can sit in there and you're like, oh, it's a 5-passenger vehicle. It's a nifty sedan.
Yeah.
Right. But it's the fastest fucking car you could buy. You get into the Cadillac and it's nice and comfortable and the ride is smooth. And it's, you know, you could take it to the track and you could do, you know, a 10-second quarter mile, a 9-second quarter mile.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why Corvette had to switch up to make them a little bit more comfortable.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And even with the Bentleys and stuff like that. Bentley's is a V12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big ass car.
I think their fastest one is the Continental GT.
Yes, sir. And they just souped that up last year, 25, when 25. So like it was 2024. Yeah. The Continental GT. Yep. And that thing is fast as all get out.
I believe it.
Jeep Cherokees. They have the new Jeep Cherokees. Was it the RTs? And those things are in the quarter mile, bro. A little bit of tweaking.
Really?
And those things are in the quarter mile and they're beating Vipers.
Wow.
They're beating Dodge Vipers. Yes, the SUV. That's why when you put up next to one, bro, be careful. Be careful. Don't try to show your ass. So that thing, like, if the driver,
anyway,
I'm just saying, I do. I'm a dumbass. I'm like, yo, boom, boom. They're like, what? Boom, boom, motherfucker.
Right.
You know,
whatever.
I like my car's paddle shifting.
Yeah, you see?
I like using that. You know what I use the most when I coming back from here.
Yeah,
both ways. Because when I go through Pine Island, so you're down that windy road, so you downshift. When you come down to a turn, you get to the apex, you shift up. It's just like from what I learned from the video.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm just not going, 80 miles an hour, but I like doing the whole.
Yeah, you feel it, bro.
It's cool.
Yeah, no,
and
listen,
the fun thing about paddle shifting is you like don't even have to let go of the gas. You just leave your foot on the gas.
Right.
Like it doesn't. You don't have to.
Oh, really? So you don't have to make any adjustments?
No.
No, because it's an automatic. It's just shifting.
Mm-hmm.
You're controlling the timing.
Manual.
Automatic.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. It's not manual. It's an automatic. You're just controlling the timing of the gears.
Right. Yeah. So instead of going down, wah, it's like wah. Like you could do that.
Yeah.
That's how they,
Wow.
But if you really want to get a lot of power, you want to like rev it up a little bit. Like 4,000.
Right, yeah, 4,000, 5,000 RPMs, depending on the vehicle.
That's if you're
the one car guys
really
me up,
go.
But,
right.
Yeah. No, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah.
But what's cool though is like when you do have paddle shifting, right? And it gives you more control of the car because if you're going uphill, you downshift. It's counterintuitive, but you downshift and it gives you more torque.
Yep.
So you can get up the mountain.
Exactly. So you get up the mountain.
You shoot it up. It's like a magnet. You go,
dude, when he's following me home sometimes, bro, we're going up the hill at like 90.
You can tell what I'm doing.
Yeah. We're going up that hill like 90,
the
bro.
two of you guys are doing that
It's
shit.
so funny though, because like once I get to the hill, if I'm in sixth gear, I'll drop it to fifth and it just goes or sometimes even fourth.
Even four, yes.
It just goes right up the hill. It's fucking weird.
Tom and I been going over that fucking mountain, bro. Like we getting up that hill.
But if you're in an automatic, you're going to go slow because you're in a higher gear than you need. You don't have the torque, so it's slower.
Yeah, it's freaking great. It's fucking hilarious. But that's the same thing on a motorcycle. You know, you turn around and you're in sixth gear. You know, even in fifth, and you just
imagine driving something like we described earlier about how it's so aerodynamic and you're able to go twice as fast as what you were going on a normal bike.
Yeah. It's freaking insane.
Watch, someone's going to invent a car with
it's like almost space age almost, man. You have to wear a certain kind of suit to drive something like that.
It's called leather suit because when you hit the pavement, you can slide. Yeah. The leather's going to save you. You know what I'm saying?
Fast?
Yeah,
no,
bro. Yes.
No way.
I'm telling you.
No.
But what do you think the racers are doing?
You're going to bounce off of something.
No, bro.
That's usually what happens.
No, wait. All right, hold on. So you're going to bounce off of anything regardless. It doesn't make a difference if you're in where you're going to bounce off of something. The leather outfit saves you from the skidding. So it saves you from the road rash.
Right.
That's what the leather suit is all about.
Gotcha.
So that, there's no such thing as stopping. Like there's nothing that you'd be able to wear that would stop the breaking of bone.
I was thinking more of...
They did start making some non-leather stuff that's synthetic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but everything I've seen is bullshit.
Like, the one that I seen, though, is the crazy shit. Is it called super fabric? It's got like ceramic in it.
But no, so
it's like, so when you hit the ground, the ceramic,
because it's like tile. Right?
And
but they're skidding off of it.
They're like ceramic,
flakes.
Wow.
And I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
But see, here's the whole thing, though. So when you get it, you got the elbows.
I have to mention because the vegan thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I was I asked AI, and AI gave me this whole breakdown. It told me about I forget what it's called, super fabric or some shit. But it's look at them now. What?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say, so when you hit the ground, right now, so when you buy the leathers are
so it
padded
helps
in
you
the
slide.
hands.
Right, okay.
It helps you. But it's got the oh my God, what's it called? The super enforced hands, the glove, the elbow, the carbon fiber, elbows and stuff like that. So this when you hit the ground, you're sliding. There's nothing that's going to stop you from, like, when you hit off a wall or a curb, or you hit a bump, that's going to stop you from breaking bones and such. You know what I mean? Yep. That's the downside. But the same thing is like being in the car. Right. That would be the downside.
To go that fast on something like that, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
What'd you find, Tom?
Just, tap that vein, kid. Get that speed in.
Oh, no. Wait.
Oh, something else. See? Yeah. No, but man, yeah. But if you get a motorcycle or a car, so right now in cars, they have
forget about motorcycles.
No,
I'm saying
super fabric. It says, so AI says, king of abrasion resistance in motorcycle gear right now. Base textile, nylon poly with microscopic ceramic plates.
There you go.
So they're microscopic.
Yeah, so they're little ones. So then it's like a bunch of penny tiles. So this way,
outperforms leather in many lab test situations. Also cut resistant, heat resistant, and lightweight.
There you go.
So, and they also use it for tactical gear too.
Yeah.
But not for bulletproofness. Like you still,
right? Yeah, you're not going to be
bulletproof for like knife.
Yeah. See, yeah. Like almost like chainmail under your shit. Yeah. But so if we turn around and we say we put that aerodynamics into a car. So right now, cars, they have the vents where the air is going through it for two reasons. One, to cool off like the brakes and stuff like that. Then they have it where it's also the downforce. So when they have it, so now it's made that when the air is coming in through the front of the car, because you're going so fast.
It's a channel, right?
It's a channel that's going through, again, to help with the downforce of the vehicle. So this way you don't, the car isn't lifting up and the air underneath it and stuff like that. And it makes it more aerodynamic, like you started to say.
Yeah.
To make it better handling and stuff like that.
But now, what about the vehicles they have now, though?
All
right. The future, where these vehicles, you can go in the air and fly around like you're in your own little helicopter or something.
See,
there's another one that you can go around and you can stop midair and then go any way, any direction.
Right.
And fly. It's amazing that they're getting to that point where these things can do that.
So the last time we spoke on this, you said there's too many dummies on the road, so why would we put them in the air?
No. But this is different. This is more where you wouldn't necessarily use it this is more like if you go to ride it somewhere. Like you go to a certain area where it's open and you can ride it.
I'm not talking recreational.
Recreational.
Like using a jet ski and a
I couldn't see this thing being
as a mode of transportation.
No, it's more recreation, but it's light and it's fast. So you go somewhere where you can fly it around, and you're like, and you're pretty high, and it's pretty cool. And you're moving.
Would be pretty high to use that shit.
But listen, that's what's at, and it's amazing how they can make it now where you can do that.
Yeah, dude.
So it almost looks like things from Star Wars.
Yeah, that's
when you look at the vehicles. It's like, wow,
that would be so free. It would be cool and scary all at the same time. You know what I mean?
We're getting there.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna see a lot of stuff. Hopefully,
good
stuff.
It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're seeing things. Hopefully, good things.
Well, we're seeing
in retrospect the stuff, everything we're doing now. I mean, even having a podcast together.
Right?
Did you ever think of having a podcast?
No.
30 years ago?
Yeah, like we
what the fuck is a podcast?
Like a talk show. But even like a video talk show.
Right, a video talk show, a video talk show.
Let's do a video talk show. Hi, I'm Louis Crawford.
Radio.
Tom Ramage and my friend Kenny.
Yeah. There you go. So then now we never would, like right now, we would say not
Louis Crawford, Kenny Common, and Tom Ramage at the morning zoo.
Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly, bro. But like, this is the stuff that like, the celebrity DJs or radio DJs,
of course,
that this is the stuff they were talking about. These are the things that they were doing. When they had those little shows on like Sunday mornings and whatnot that, we would look for the top 40 or whatever little shit. This is what they did. This is what they were doing. You know what I mean?
There was a beginning.
Yeah.
And now we are in
they have laid it out for us. They have laid it out for us to be able to do this kind of stuff.
And it just keeps growing, and it keeps getting better.
I mean, we talked about AI in the 90s and all that, and before that, but like we didn't picture it being in everybody's pocket.
Yes. Well, the computer, the whole thing with the computer, the phones.
Like yeah. Well, you know what's funny? In the
control,
late 90s,
my friend.
I used to work at a pizzeria, and there was
what am I going to say?
Tech guy.
I don't know which part. The Matrix.
When I worked in the 90s. I used to work for a pizzeria. I know we're almost out of time.
Yeah, almost.
And we had the guy who owned the pizzeria always had satellite TV, and I
remember you telling me this.
And this guy was like a techie guy, and he's like, "Oh, I can make a card for you where it'll give you all the channels." So he did that. But this guy, he would talk to us. And he's like, "Yeah, he's good." He's like, "You're going to see." He's like, in about like this is the late 90s, like 99, 2000. He's like, you're going to see about 10, 15 years, everybody's going to have computers in their pockets. And I said, oh, fuck, why would you have a pocket computer?
Yeah,
and then I realized
the phone is a computer. It's a mini computer.
He's like, he goes, well, his computers are going to be,
it's crazy
enough to fit in your pocket. And that's what we have.
Yeah,
smartphone is a computer.
Because what?
I mean, when you think about it back then from that perspective, we don't call them computers.
We didn't see it in our mind's eye. We couldn't just see what that
now
would
we
look
don't
like.
even, now we just
we did, but it wasn't necessarily like this.
Isn't that funny how we went to that name? It's like smartphone, and that's just device.
Yeah, it started off with the Star Trek flip phone.
Yeah.
Scotty,
beam me up. Yeah.
Now, if we could get that would be pretty cool.
That'd be awesome.
Well, the beam up part. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that would ever work. So but in reality, that's not something I think would ever. But just the whole concept of what it stands for, then yes, I think one day.
Why not?
I think we talked about this before. Like they say the thing that would work is like a ripple. Where you bend time and space and walk.
We can walk through,
but not where you
break up your molecules and everything
back together.
Right. Well,
not happen.
Almost every sci-fi show we've ever watched is a different kind of quote unquote beaming up.
But they started it.
No. Oh, you're right. 1,000,000%.
Star Trek was the first one to.
Yeah. Well, actually, Star Wars doesn't even have any of that shit. You got to actually drive there.
No, but in that sense, that's where Star Wars is right because it's more realistic because they're going from ship to ship. They know they have to get that
hyperspace.
Well, it's the same as Star Trek, but. They had to figure out a way. I think Gene Roddenberry said that we had to figure out a way to get them from the planet to the ship and not use the smaller ships to get them there, the transports.
Right.
So that's what they did. They came up with that idea with the transporter.
Yes.
And they just
that little.
But everybody thought it was cool as shit, though.
It was.
So, I mean, I did.
Cool as shit.
I don't know, but maybe many years from now they might be able to do something like that. Who knows? But I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think more what you say, where you're bending space and you're able to walk through into
right,
and
making
then
that little ripple, like you said, that little thing,
kind of like
walking through
the folding of the piece of paper to get to
yeah.
And now
like what is it? The show, The Gate, is that what it was called?
Stargate.
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate.
So,
yeah. But so
thank you so much, first of all, I like to say.
Yes.
For sitting with us and just allowing us to just bullshit and say whatever we want.
Yes, man.
So thank you so much for listening through that.
Yep.
And I hope you enjoyed it.
Yes. So appreciate you guys. Thank you much for listening, watching, following, liking, just tagging us, tagging everybody else on it. Let them know that we're here. We're trying to do big things. So thank you with that being said. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Live long and prosper.
And stay weird.
Holla.